Commander Zeftar's chitinous claws clicked nervously against his command console as he watched the arena feeds. The massive Colosseum of Kethvara, pride of the Galactic Combat League, stretched before him in all its terrifying glory. What had once been the galaxy's premier entertainment venue now stood as a monument to a terrible mistake. "Sir." His aide, a trembling Vorthan named Silik, approached with obvious reluctance. "The human, Marcus Chen. He's requesting permission to enter the arena again." Zeftar's compound eyes darkened. "Absolutely not. The bandstands." It had been 3 standard cycles since the Galactic Council had implemented the human combat ban. 3 cycles since they'd learned the horrifying truth about Earth's newest species. 3 cycles too late. The arena had been simple enough in concept. Warriors from across the galaxy would compete in ritualized combat, testing strength, speed, and tactical prowess. Each species brought their finest: the crystalline shard dancers with their razor-sharp limbs, the massive Goliath-kin with their impenetrable hides, the lightning-fast Zephyr wings with their aerial supremacy. For millennia, it had been a celebration of galactic diversity and martial prowess. Then humanity discovered the League. Zeftar remembered that first day with crystal clarity. The human ship had been unremarkable, primitive by galactic standards, held together with what they called duct tape and stubborn determination. Their representative, a compact female named Sarah Martinez, had stood barely chest-high to most competitors. The crowd had chuckled at the amusing little pink creature. The laughter died quickly. Martinez hadn't possessed the shard dancer's natural weapons or the Goliath-kin's armor-like skin. She couldn't fly like the Zephyr wings or phase through matter like the ethereal wraiths. What she had was something the galaxy had never encountered: the ability to ignore her own body's limitations. When the Goliath champion Thrumgax landed, a blow that should have shattered every bone in her torso, Martinez had simply gotten back up. Bleeding, wheezing, but fighting with a fury that turned her pain into weapon. She'd wrapped herself around Thrumgax's massive arm and systematically disabled his joints while he pounded her against the arena walls. The medical scanners later revealed she'd fought the final 2 minutes with 3 broken ribs, a punctured lung, and a concussion that should have rendered her unconscious. "How?" Zeftar had asked her afterward, genuinely bewildered. Martinez had grinned through split lips. "When you're from a world where the weather tries to kill you, the animals try to kill you, the plants try to kill you, and even the bacteria is trying to kill you. Well, you learn that pain is just information, and sometimes that information isn't as important as winning." That should have been the warning. Instead, humanity's victory sparked a phenomenon. More humans arrived, each one seemingly more impossible than the last. There was Jackson, who'd grown up in what humans called Australian outback and treated venomous arena beasts like playful pets. There was Yuki, whose ancestors had been something called samurai, who moved through combat with a serenity that made her deadlier than the most savage berserker. And then came Marcus Chen. Chen was different. Where other humans fought with passion or determination, he fought with something that chilled Zeftar's ichor. He fought with joy. The first sign something was wrong came during Chen's 3rd match, against a Void Stalker, a creature of living shadow that fed on fear. The beast had enveloped him completely, its psychic tendrils designed to paralyze victims with their deepest terrors. Instead of screaming, Chen had laughed. "Oh, that's adorable." His voice had echoed from within the creature. "You want to show me scary? I'm from Earth, buddy. We tell our children bedtime stories about things scarier than you." When Chen emerged from the Voidstalker's embrace, the creature was the one trembling. He'd somehow turned its own fear-feeding ability against it, projecting memories of Earth's horrors, images of great white sharks, venomous spiders the size of dinner plates, and something humans called Australian drop bears, until the psychic predator fled shrieking into the upper atmosphere. But it was Chen's final match that broke everything. The Galactic Council had arranged a special exhibition, Chen versus all previous champions simultaneously, 12 of the galaxy's most deadly warriors, representing the pinnacle of their species' combat evolution. Chen had entered the arena wearing nothing but shorts, a torn t-shirt, and what he claimed were his lucky socks. The battle lasted 4 hours. When it ended, Chen stood alone in the center of the arena, surrounded by the unconscious forms of every other champion. He wasn't uninjured. His body was a map of cuts, bruises, and burns. But he was standing, arms raised in victory, singing something he called, "We are the champions," in a voice hoarse from battle cries. The crowd sat in stunned silence. Then, slowly, every alien in attendance began backing away from their seats. That night, the Galactic Council convened an emergency session. The debate lasted 17 standard hours and ended with a unanimous decision. Humans were to be banned from all combat sports, effective immediately. "They're too dangerous," Council Leader Vrexthin had declared. "Not because they're the strongest or fastest, but because they simply refuse to acknowledge when they should be defeated. They've weaponized the concept of not giving up." Now, 3 cycles later, Zeftar watched the empty arena through his monitors. Ticket sales had plummeted. The greatest warriors in the galaxy had lost their will to compete, knowing that somewhere out there, humans existed who could defeat them through sheer, impossible stubbornness. "Sir," Silek ventured again. "Chen is still requesting entry. He says he just wants to have fun." Zeftar shuddered. That was the most terrifying thing about humans. They considered this entertainment. "Tell him no," Zeftar clicked, "and double the security around Earth's solar system. The galaxy isn't ready for what they call fun." Outside his office window, the great arena stood empty, its silence a testament to the day the galaxy learned that sometimes the most dangerous predator isn't the one with the sharpest claws or the strongest armor. Sometimes it's the one that smiles when it bleeds and keeps fighting anyway.